Hutch? Hutch, where are you? Rose. Well, what happened? Where's Hutch?
Heather, he's gone.
Gone?
I was gonna go with him, and I came down here with my suitcase. And I found this note.
Dearest Rose, please try to understand. I love you too much to let you ruin your life with me. Love, Hutch. Rose, don't cry. Maybe you're better off this way. Maybe it's for the best.
I loved him, Heather.
I know.
And he loved me. I know he did. And he promised he'd take me with him. And he didn't. He's gone.
Oh, it's great. Oh, you gotta go higher, Dan. Mine's about a foot lower than Brian's over there.
Can he let us down?
Hey, everybody, I want you to see that. Look at this.
Oh, let me see.
Kids in pediatrics made this
Oh, it's
to help out with the
wonderful.
celebration.
Put it over that wall. It's fantastic. Give them thumbs
Look
up.
at this. Yeah, I've got the jack.
Great.
Okay, you start putting it up. I'll be right
super.
there to help you in a minute.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay.
Can you imagine what a patient would think if he tried to check in here now?
Well, I guess he'd think he was in the psychiatric wing by mistake. Probably. Jess, have you heard anything from Lee?
No, not yet, Gail, but the town isn't back to normal by any means. I mean, on the radio, they were saying that half the phones in town are still out. They're getting emergency crews, though.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Well, here, Dan.
Oh, that's great, Dan.
Oh, hey, Amy, did you hear the news? Well, my mom and me are going to be moving out west with Jeff.
Ann, is that true?
Yeah, we could be leaving any day now that the town crier has told.
Oh, Ann, you know you can't keep secrets around here.
Oh, really, Amy?
Gail?
Oh, Lee. Oh, darling. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. Oh, I'm worried about you.
Well, I could
really
say the same thing, but everything's all right now. Business almost back to normal. Not here, obviously.
Hey, what about Scotty? Did Joe find out anything?
Well, I don't know yet. That's next on my list. I have a long talk with Joe about Scotty.
Here, Amy.
Oh.
Earth to Laura, Earth to Laura.
Who cares?
I'm sorry. I was just, I thought we might be a little closer now. Maybe I could see poor Charles.
I feel like yes. I know what you've been thinking about. No. Scott. Right?
Yeah, this whole trip. My mother is right. And Joe Kelly was able to go to Mexico City and find Scotty. This whole thing might be settled.
It's good anyway.
I don't know anything about it.
Well, we'll know soon enough.
He knows I want a divorce. He has to know that. Still.
Still what, Laura? What is the age rate again?
I just want to be able to get my divorce with a certain amount of dignity. No. You know what I mean?
That looks like a bowl of Jell-O with components to eat.
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Beamer has turned on the
Appreciation for a need for dignity.
Make sure your seat backs are in an upright position and that your seatbelt.
Pardon me. I didn't want to interrupt here. How do you feel about going home, kid?
That is an obvious question. It is an
It's kind of scary. Oh? Yeah. But it's wonderful, though, at the same time.
Good.
Not in our lobby.
Well, Brian, I see you've been busy.
Yeah.
Right.
Very, very busy. We all have. Hey, you look like you got a little wet.
A little wet. Listen, the streets are rivers out there, believe me.
Hey, look, isn't that kind of crazy? One moment we're freezing solid, next thing you know, we got an Indian summer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yes, hold on, please.
Steve.
Police commissioner for you.
Oh, thank you, Jesse.
Okay.
Good morning, Jim.
Getting back to normal over there, Steve?
I guess you might say that.
Steve, I'm calling at the request of the city council. They held an emergency meeting early this morning.
Oh, more problems?
No. For a change, this is good news, providing you'll agree. They want to hold a Luke Spencer Day. It's kind of an official thank you from Port Charles for all those youngsters did.
Well, I'm all for that, Jim.
Will you help coordinate it?
You better believe I will. Audrey and I were talking about it on the way to work. We think it's fair to say that we're all alive right now because of what happened with Luke on that island.
I know. Apparently the whole country feels the same way. I've been getting calls from New York, Albany, even Washington. Shall I tell the council they can count on you?
Absolutely. I'm getting the same reaction you are. Everyone in town wants to be in on the Luke Spencer celebration.
You've got to shut her up. You're in charge. You shut her up. I know for a fact that she phoned ahead to set up this reception. And you didn't stop her? Listen, I learned a long time ago, you do not try to start a publicity-hungry actress. You understand that this little circus is one of the things you're going to have to explain later on. You're trying to tell me there's a list? Yes, there is, and it's growing longer. Now, the World Security Bureau has a couple of questions for you, Robert, and they're pretty tough ones, like, why did you destroy the formula, and why didn't you save Nico's weather machine, huh? Big questions. Yes, they are, and you're going to have to answer them. All I can say to you is, good luck. I'm sorry, a little later. Will you give us a minute with our family, please? Excuse me, later, all right? Later. Laura, can you please make a go with
only the beginning. You are heroes. There's nothing the American public knows anymore. Genuine heroes.
I'm sorry, later. Later. Give us a break, will you? A little later. Get out of here. We'll talk to you later.
Well, I kind of thought you'd be waiting for me.
Oh. Hey, let's skip the amenities now. Did you find Scotty?
Yeah, he and I talked for over 2 hours.
Thank God. Well, where is he?
He's in Mexico.
I know that. Mexico. Where can I get in touch with him?
Boss man, I'm sorry, but that I can't tell you.
What do you mean?
No, it was one of the conditions. Scotty wouldn't even see me till I agreed to it. And no one's to know where he is except for Laura. But as soon as they get things patched up, I'm sure he'll be the first to get in touch with...
Joe, look, but Lord, I'm his father.
He's all right, and that's all I can tell you.
Oh, what the hell does that mean?
All right. I'll give it to you straight. He's not the same Scotty Baldwin that left here a year ago. Now, physically, he looks the same, but emotionally, he has changed.
In what way?
Well, it was like I was talking to a stranger. I mean, he is angry, he's bitter, he's full of hatred and despair. He sees what's happened to his life, and he's just right on the bottom.
All right, let's go to the bottom line. Is he going to give Laura that divorce?
Yeah, he said he would. He didn't even want to do that at first, but I explained to him that under the Mexican statutes, all she had to do was publish her intention to divorce in a newspaper, and that comprised personal service of the divorce complaint. So, he agreed.
Well, then, to all intents and purposes, the marriage is over, huh?
There's one more condition that I have to explain to Laura a little later, but, yeah, I think in a short while it should be over.
Well, it was an unfortunate marriage from the beginning. Maybe just as well it's coming to an end. Sooner the better.
Hello, baby. Oh, God. How are you? My God. After everything that's happened to you, you can still take... You're concerned. Well, he's going to be all right. He survived. He is? He's okay? I'm sure glad to hear. Well, he is so weak. He's making progress, and he's going to be a strong, healthy boy. Just going to make sure of it.
You and Alan must
must be worried to death. Where is Alan?
At the moment, he happens to be in New York.
Oh.
Oh, I'm just glad you're home.
Quite a homecoming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, they deserve it. I mean, it must have been terrifying.
Monica, I hate to be the one to have to tell you, but here I am. Alex Quartermain was killed on the island.
My daughter's killed.
Oh, my God.
The military taking care of the body. They'll be shipping it here to Port Charles.
Do Lila and Edward know about this?
No, you want me to tell them? Would you like to? Valentine can give you all the details, however you'd like to work it.
No, actually, really, Rick, I think Alan should be the one to tell his parents.
Of course. Would you like me to tell him? Where is he now?
Well, quite honestly, at the moment, he seems to be somewhere in New York City.
Well, what do you think? You happy to be here?
Oh, I can't even explain it. When I remember, I thought I might never see this place again.
Well, that's all over.
Listen, I think because this little fella's already had a plane ride that I really ought to get him down to bed.
Okay.
You want me to put him in your bedroom, Susan?
What bedroom? Are you going to waste a brand new nursery?
Nursery?
A brand new nursery. Upstairs, Mrs. Grant, you will find a brand new nursery equipped with a 7-foot panda.
What?
I've been very busy. Good night, my son. Thank you.
Oh, listen, when we are ready for future visiting, we will give you a call.
Okay.
Thank you.
A nursery. You are
nursery.
too much. You just think of everything.
I
don't
know. I love you. It's my job is to think of everything. Give me your coat.
Okay.
Now, come on over and sit down. You're going to pull your great big boots off. We're going to put your feet up because, lady, I really am in charge of everything now, okay?
That worries me, Alan.
You can't do that because I'm in charge of worrying as well, all right?
I mean it. Now that we're back here, what happens next? I mean, if there's a scandal involving you and your whole
Will you
family...
please stop doing that? I just told you I'm in charge of everything. You have nothing to worry about.
You're the one I worry about.
You can't do that either because I can handle everything.
How?
Look, there are only two people that I'm concerned about, my mother and my father. My mother is not a problem. I've been looking after her and taking care of her since I was 10 years old. Not a problem.
What about your father?
My father and I, we've had our differences over the years, but I think I can handle him as well. And you see, when the going gets rough, my father is a pragmatist, and he certainly will be in this case.
I'm not sure I know what a pragmatist is.
Pragmatist is a person who believes that the only real test of values is in the result. You ask a pragmatist what he thinks of a cause, and he will ask you, what is the effect? My father is a pragmatist. He hasn't made a strictly moral decision in over 40 years.
You're saying your father's immoral? I can't believe that.
I am saying that my father is amoral, and more important than anything else, he's a very practical man. Now, have I convinced you?
Yeah, you have. I'm just not sure of what.
Of what? The first thing I must convince you of is that I'm very pleased to have you here. You and our son in this house, and that's where you belong. And the second thing is that I'm in charge of everything. And I mean everything. There are no problems, no details that I don't look after. You have only one job.
What?
Be happy. No. You have another job.
What's that?
Never forget how much I love you.
Hey, so anyway, we're on this island, right? We come charging through the bushes, you know, and we come across a real waterfall. I'm talking about water falling. You know, have you ever seen a real one? It's beautiful, and it was clean. There were no beer bottles, there was no garbage, nothing coming over. Thank you. Clean water. And so anyway, and we could get behind the waterfall, too.
You took Laura behind there?
I want to hear everything. Now, come on. I want to hear everything about this. Now, you want to hear about that crazy palace that went underground.
Ruben, let me tell you, you wouldn't have believed it. It was like the e-coupons to Fantasyland. There was a thing that she would have gone crazy for. You would have gone nuts. There was this fountain in the middle of the room that just kept spitting up champagne. No kidding. And the place was like made out of crystal, you know? Crystal was something like it, so it was like iridescent. And eat. Look, that kid put on a few pounds. A little chubby. Spencer the Chub. But I kept eating escargot, you know? I was eating until they were calling out of my ears.
Escargot,
That's right. They're snails. Slugs to you.
I know. You ate them?
Yeah, I ate them. In fact, I could probably cook those little suckers if you could catch some. You might like them, you know? It's a kind of an acquired taste, but Laura got to like them a lot.
Well, speaking of Laura, where did she go?
Well, she told me she had a personal errand to run. Besides, she knew I needed some time with my lady.
Oh, so good to see you. I can't believe you're really here.
I'm here.
Makes me so happy I could cry.
Don't do that.
We're so proud of you. You're a hero.
It's really soft pedal, this hero bit, okay?
We don't really care what you want. Like it or lump it, you are our hero. You can thank Tiffany for that.
Tiffany, what does she have to do with this?
Now listen, Ruby and I have the whole thing figured out.
Oh, that's scary. Okay, lay it on me. What do you figured out?
Well, you see, now, Tiffany is this very great big movie star, and naturally, being a movie star, she wants to have a lot of publicity about this whole experience.
Of course she wants publicity. All stars need publicity.
So what? Well, in order for her to get all of this publicity, she has to include you.
So, you are a hero, whether you like it or not.
And this time, you're going to get what you deserve.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that, Ruby.
Welcome to the front cover of Home News.
This is hardly what I would call a shack. Actually, it's quite impressive. A little overwhelmed, actually.
Oh, really? And you, dear Tiffany, would not be one to be easily overwhelmed. How about a drink?
No, in a moment, perhaps. Not now. Oh, well, I might have known, actually,
Known what?
that this is how the great Robert Scorpio would live. A quiet, subdued, and excellent taste. A little expensive, I might add.
Are we taking inventory?
I can size a man's apartment up in 2 seconds flat.
Practice skill, I'm sure.
Take this ashtray. A Steuben, isn't it?
Little gift from Santa.
Well, Santa must have thought you were quite a good little boy. Need I go on? I mean, everything you have here is stunning, Robert.
Compliments like that will get you everywhere. This is the only compliment I've had all day. But don't be too deceived, Tiffany. It's actually all done with mirrors.
Mirrors? Few diamond mines included, I hope.
I think that's my cue to say, let's not talk shop.
My dear Robert, when a lady is talking to a man who owns international diamond mines, there's no way she's talking shop.
Now, I know that you won't believe this, Tiffany, but I think you place too much importance on my wealth.
You're right, I don't believe you. And just for the record, I loathe false modesty.
All right. Nix to false modesty.
And no more nonsense about your money. I know all about that, too.
You know, I think you've been doing your homework.
Hardly. Laura told me everything I needed to know. I know how much you're worth.
Really? Not only are you lovely, you also have a mind like a cash register.
I hope that's a compliment.
Absolutely.
Where's Laura? I haven't seen her since that hectic reception.
She wanted to give Luke some time alone with his family.
That's right, nice of her.
Yes, very. She also has some business of a personal nature of her own to conclude.
I thought Luke was her personal business.
That's her plan and his. But first, there is one itty-bitty problem.
Oh, I think she told me about her itty-bitty problem. She's married, isn't she, to some...
Scotty Baldwin.
Scotty Baldwin. Isn't he in Mexico now or something?
He is. And as soon as she finds him, she's going to discover whether she can get a divorce or not.
And then she'll be able to marry Luke.
In a flash.
Oh, how wonderful.
Come in.
Laura. Welcome home. It's nice to have you back.
Thanks.
Well, yeah, we're all very glad you're home safely, Laura. Joe, I know you want to talk to Laura privately, so I'll excuse myself. Laura.
You look terrific, I mean, considering what you've been through and everything.
Thank you.
I saw Scotty while I was gone.
Is he still in Mexico?
Yes, he is.
Is he all right?
Yeah, that's a hard one to answer. He is and he isn't.
I don't understand.
Well, physically he hasn't changed much, but after talking to him for a while, you understand that he's not the same person at all.
In what way?
He's angry for the most part.
He's angry at me, you mean?
No, he's angry at the world. He just seems to radiate hatred.
Hatred?
Yeah, and again, not just at you. If I had to choose a term to describe him, it would be total despair. While we were talking, he described his life to me as empty.
Joe, are you trying to let me down easily? Are you trying to tell me that Scotty won't give me a divorce?
No.
Then he will.
Yes, he will. He gave me his word that he would give you a divorce, and I believe him. But there is one condition.
What?
Well, actually, there are two conditions. One is that no one except yourself is to know where he is. I couldn't even tell his father a minute ago.
You said there were two conditions. What's the other one?
Scotty will give you your divorce after you see him face to face and alone.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.